Hey everybody, this is Joshua Kinney Greenwood. I am the senior pastor and the overseer here at the Empowerment Center Church and churchfreedom.org. I'm also the author of this book called The Corporation Soul, Freeing America's Pulpits from the Restrictive 501c3 Laws for Churches. And today we have a question that came in that said, what are common mistakes churches make when establishing themselves, mistakes that erroneously place them under the jurisdiction of 501c3? I'm actually going to give a really condensed answer. I'm going to give a really small answer to this. It's really descriptive, and it actually outlines the real legal ramifications in the book. So you want to make sure that you get the book from Amazon. Go to corporationsoulbook.com. But here's a really short descriptive answer to that. Churches, when they are erroneously, as I like to say, they erroneously place themselves under 501c3. That means they place themselves under 501c3 without even knowing that they've placed themselves under 501c3. A lot of pastors do that. They do not believe they have a 501c3 because they didn't actually seek official recognition of their 501c3 status. So they didn't understand that they weren't required to seek that official recognition. That was an optional thing because they were already under 501c3. So the really short answer is this. The easiest way for churches to get underneath 501c3 is create a bank account. Create a bank account by getting an incorporation. As soon as they get incorporated, the instant they go to the Secretary of State's office, and if you have any doubts about whether or not you're incorporated, just look up your local Secretary of State's office for the state that you live in and just type in the name of your church. If the name of your church pops up in the Secretary of State's office, you're a 501c3. It's really simple. So there's a much better law to be under. Instead of 501c3 for your church, you want to place your church under the better law of 508c1a. Not 501c3, 508c1a, not 501c3. So what we want to do is we want to isolate in your church the 501c3 status to the corporation soul. Okay, we want to leave your church itself and you as the senior pastor immune to 501c3 while isolating the 501c3 status itself to nothing more than the office of the soul that's within the church, not the church itself. And the book explains the exact legal procedure and how to do that, how to make sure that you lawfully fulfill that in creating that legal distinction, that jurisdictional distinction. That's one of the things that our church establishment affidavit actually helps out with. And if these terms don't mean anything to you, just trust me, the book literally will help answer every question that you can possibly conceive of in relationship to the corporation soul, because we've helped out thousands and thousands of churches. Right now we're connected close to about 76,000 churches across the United States. We've averaged well over 25,000 support email requests. So we get a lot of questions, and all of them are usually about the same questions over and over again. Just the same questions, they're just asked a different way, but they mean the same thing. And so we've got that. We've got 24/7 support on our websites. And in addition to the 24/7 support, we're also connected with multiple attorneys, licensed attorneys across the United States. So if you did have an additional question about the corporation soul and you did need legal advisement, we can refer you to groups of attorneys that are not afraid of the corporation soul, and they do see it when it's used for its intended purposes as being a very good thing. So just know that, and we're here to support you, but get the answers. The answers are in the book. Get the book. Go to corporationsoulbook.com. Thank you. God bless.